What is up, everybody? Eagles trail the 49ers 14-6 at the half. Breaking down our reaction, top takeaways. Joining me, he is Shane Half. What's going on, Shane?
What's up, Dibes? This feels like, I don't know, part 3 of a trilogy, just doing the same thing every week.
Man, we've been talking about how the Eagles go from one half to another. Today, it was about one quarter to another because the Eagles held the 49ers to back-to-back 3-and-outs in the first quarter. 6 total yards for the Niners, 0 first downs in the first quarter. What happens in the second quarter? The exact opposite. The Niners go off for 10 first downs, begin to establish dominance in the trenches. And really the difference is the Eagles had 2 chances in the red zone in the first quarter, went 0 for 2. The Niners had a chance, 2 chances in the second quarter, went 2 for 2. And that's the difference. Shane, what's your take?
Yeah, I mean, touchdowns, not field goals, right? The Eagles have gone 3 straight weeks, not settling for a field goal in the red zone. And, you know, I tweeted at the end of the first half, I said, the Eagles dominated the first quarter, but you're only up 6-0. And that just feels like you're playing with fire because you're not going to hold the 49ers to negative yardage in a quarter very often. And, you know, lo and behold, the 49ers offense came alive. The Eagles just continue to shoot themselves in the foot. You get a third down stop at the goal line, but Josh Sweat lines up off sides, turns into a touchdown. That should have been a field goal. Jalen Hurts kills the drive, slipping, holding the ball for 8 seconds. And then you come out and your response to the 49ers scoring a touchdown is taking another sack where you hold the ball for about 8 seconds. So Jalen Hurts sacks are killing this team right now. Yeah. And the defense, you know, defense played well for 2 drives. They're playing more like I expected now. I mean, the 49ers offense is good. They got elite weapons, a great play caller. They're going to get points. You have to be able to match them, and the Eagles offense isn't answering the challenge.
Yeah, I feel like the Niners did a much better job in the second quarter, getting big chunks of yards on first downs, making those second and third downs much shorter. Here's the Niners' first downs to start the second quarter. 9 yards, quick pass to Ayuk. 10 yards run by McCaffrey, 32 yards on a pass to Kittle. You had a first and goal with a Purdy scramble for 6, 9-yard pass to Debo, 25 short pass to Kittle, 9, 13. Like, they're getting really big yardage on first down, man. The Eagles, from the jump, at least in the first quarter, at least from the defensive line perspective, I thought was amazing. Like, they were getting ridiculous pressure, whether that was Hassan Reddick, and then it just kind of shifted. You could see the momentum kind of change, especially when that Eagles offense just did nothing with the football. I don't think it was a 3-and-out, but 1 3-and-out and another where they, I think, had 21 total yards in the second quarter. Let's get into Jalen Hurts. 13 of 22, 143 yards. He took 2 sacks, which I think was totally on him. 78.4 rating. How would you grade Jalen Hurts in the first half?
I'd give him like a D. I mean, the first 2 drives looked good until the big sack, and it's just been all out of sorts since.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. He's got to get rid of the ball, man. He's got to get rid of the ball. Steven says, not much coaching to criticize. Hurts straight up channeling his inner Carson Wentz. Did not see Sweat offsides the first time. Yeah, that was a little iffy for sure. Those 2 huge sacks flipped the momentum. Absolutely. Michael's in the house. The 3rd and 15 play where the Niners were on the 5-yard line. The defense played some type of prevent defense and gave up 12 yards, and the Niners offense took off for their touchdown, and the offense caught fire. Goddard not playing. The Eagles offensive coordinator can't be creative to somehow utilize Julio. Are you surprised by the targets to Quez Watkins at all?
Every throw to Quez Watkins is a wasted down. That's my official stance. That's been my official stance for over 2 years. Any snap where you throw the ball to Quez Watkins is a waste of a down.
So agree. I'm surprised. Like, the one was a deep throw. There's so many better options. What are we doing? His first game back. I don't understand it. The Eagles coaching staff loves that guy. Steven says, although there was a defensive pass interference in the end zone, but that's how they're going to call it when we will do the same in the second half. Field goals versus touchdowns, not good. Michael says the offensive coordinator has to get Jalen some 3-step drop for quick passes. And I think that was the difference in the first quarter, man. They hit A.J. Brown on a couple of slants that went for big yards. The plays are there. I thought the Eagles kind of abandoned the run a little bit on those 2 possessions in the second quarter as well. But that's the difference. When you're playing a great team like the Niners, that little bit is all the world of a difference. Shane, any thoughts?
Yeah, in the first 2 drives, the Eagles you want to see how you match up against the 49ers pass rush. And the offensive line's holding up, doing a great job. You drive down and ultimately the drive stalls out. So you start to think to yourself, our pass protection's good. We can hold up to this pass rush, which is true. They have been. We need to try to generate some explosive plays because we're not getting in the end zone when we get down to the red zone on these back-to-back 12-play methodical drives. And, unfortunately, the explosives aren't there, but the big negative plays are with the 2 sacks. So I understand the mentality shift there. It's hard to punch the ball in against good linebacker play that the 49ers have when you're down inside the 10. They're trying to hit home runs and they struck out. You've got to adjust, bring back, slant flat, dual slants, crash, all these quicker concepts, and then just execute in the red zone. It was an execution issue in the red zone. You can fix that. What's hard to fix is taking a 15-yard sack on first down.
Yeah, that was brutal. You look at explosive plays, 15 yards or more, Eagles and Niners are tied. You had 2 by A.J. Brown, another 2, Devontae Smith, who absorbs contact and had just an unbelievable third down conversion on 3rd and 19, went for 21 yards. I thought, man, if they could have got points from that drive, that would have changed a lot. I feel like that was the momentum changer, but they didn't. You have 3 explosive plays by the Niners, a short pass to Kittle, a quick pass to Kittle, and another quick screen to Debo. So as expected, the Niners are getting a lot of yak in this one. No surprise there. Mike says Kittle has been offsides all game long. Michael says Jalen has had a hard time going through his progressions real fast this season. I thought the one pass he made, I think it was Devontae, where the Niners blitzed and he made a really nice pass, anticipation throw to Devontae for a first down. That was a really nice throw. Malik says we start hot and then we sputter. Byard played like a ghost on that huge Kittle catch. Strong start, sloppy finish. Absolutely. Steven says, are they dropping 8? Is that the San Francisco adjustment? Any thoughts, Shane?
No, they're pretty much just rushing 4. They've blitzed a time or 2, but they're not dropping 8. Listen, I said that the 49ers secondary was good, and people gave me crap about it on Twitter, saying that their corners were better than the Eagles. Their corners are good. Their linebackers are good. They've got a good safety. They've got a good secondary. And it's going to be hard to big play hunt against them. And the Eagles haven't had success running the ball, 0% success rate rushing the ball, running backs averaging 2 yards per carry. It's going to be tough sledding. That's why those first 2 drives, when they did move it at will, were so important to punch those in. And, unfortunately, San Francisco gets the ball coming out of half. So not only are they up 14-6, they get the ball first.
Yep. San Diego says, got to score when you're near the goal line. 2 sacks for 100% on Jalen. Malik says, AJ was crushing people on the slant. God, just keep going to that, man. Just keep going to that. And maybe a little more, underneath throws or checkdowns from Hurts or something. Hurts has to get rid of the ball, man. The pass protection has been very good in general so far in the first half. Got to clean up the defensive reason, get the ball out. Then Jalen has to take what is there. Absolutely. Real quick on the defense, quick thoughts on the Eagles defense before we end this show.
Yeah, early the 49ers were trying to attack the boundaries. Why? I have no idea, because the Eagles have no linebackers. It didn't work. They've started trying to run between the tackles. They've got Christian Ellis in a blender. There's so many easy throws for Brock Purdy. I know the Eagles like to play off coverage and let their corners read and react. you got to do something. Get up and press and try to disrupt those timing. Make Purdy hold the ball a little more. Your pass rush can wreck. They can't do it as quickly as he's getting the ball out. So they need to get up and pressure Purdy.
Absolutely. Shane, where can we find you, man? Plugs, final thoughts.
You can check me out on Twitter and YouTube at Shane Half NFL, and I'll be on the BGN Instant Reaction Show after the game.
All right, guys. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We'll catch you at postgame. For Shane, for myself, go Birds. Stay awesome, everyone.